YouTube channel. In this tutorial we are going to see how to create a Spark session using PySpark. So PySpark is kind of a Python library which gives you access to utilize what libraries are core potentials given by Spark framework basically. Yeah. So to do that, what the basic thing that you always have to do, as we have seen this lots of time, is you will have to install this PySpark dependency in your Python environment. And for that, what you can do is you just visit this settings in your PyCharm IDE, and here in the Python interpreter you just click on this and search PySpark here. Now you'll get this PySpark because I have already installed and configured this PySpark into my ID. It is kind of disabled, or it's coming in blue color for me. But if you haven't configured and installed this particular library, then you just click this and click on this install package, so that it will install all the dependencies for this PySpark on your within your IDE environment. Okay, so this is just kind of a prerequisite for creating or using PySpark libraries within your environment. And you can achieve multiple things if you have a PySpark library installed. Then you can use, first of all the Spark libraries that have been given using the Apache, obviously by the Apache Spark framework. And then majorly to run any kind of Spark SQL or any kind of Spark core capabilities that you wanted to run across whatever your task could be. Like it could be creating a Spark session and doing some kind of data frame operation, running some Spark SQL queries on Hive or wherever you wanted to use that. You'll be able to use that by having this particular utility or third-party library integrated within your environment, right? So first of all, let's see a basic simple thing, how to create a Spark session using PySpark library. Yeah, so for that, what I'll do is I'll just create one Python file and let's name it as PySpark demo. Yeah, and in this, what the first and foremost thing that we'll have to do is we'll have to from PySpark.sql import Spark session, because if you wanted to create anything related to Spark using your PySpark, then you will have to import this Spark session from the PySpark.sql module basically, right? Once you have this, what you can do is you can start creating a Spark session is equal to Spark session dot builder dot app name. So first of all, whenever we wanted to create a Spark session, we need to give some kind of name to whatever kind of activity that we are trying to do. So for example, let's say we wanted to connect to Hive. Like I have the Hive installation, I'll show you that in a moment. And what I want to do is I just wanted to list down all the databases that are present in Hive. So if I clear this terminal for you and log into the Hive terminal, then let's see what all databases that we have in the Hive. So this is our Hive terminal, and if I just executed show databases query here, then it says that we have two databases. One is default, another one is test. And let's see how to run the same Hive query using PySpark or using Python, right? So for that, what we have done is Spark session session.builder.app name. In this we'll give some name to this particular app. Let's say connect to Hive. This is the application name that, let's say, I wanted to give app name dot. Then we have to set some configurations. Now what configuration we need to set? I wanted to set that where is my Hive located in, where is the metadata of this Hive installation that I have done, where it is located. So for that, the property that we need to configure is hive dot metastore dot uris. So that this particular program knows that whenever we wanted to query the Hive, then where to connect exactly, how to connect to that metadata, what is the URL to connect that particular metadata, right? So the way you do it is by using the thrift server, because the connection between this particular program and the Hive installation which I have here, this is a Cloudera's quick start Docker image that I'm running, and inside that we have this Hive. And to make these two connections, we need to set this particular config, that thrift localhost, and this thrift localhost is running on 9093 port, and that's the reason we have given this particular configuration, that whenever you are trying to, like, we are telling this particular program that whenever you are trying to connect to Hive, you make sure you are connecting using thrift server, which is running on localhost at 9093 port, because and Hive always stores its metadata information, like listing of the databases, which all tables are present in its in a particular database, and all these kinds of meta store of a Hive setup or Hive tool is stored at a metadata level, and this is the URL. This is kind of a key, hive.metastore.uris, and then it is basically set up on this particular thrift server. So that's the reason we need this particular config. And after that, we need to set, since we wanted to connect to Hive, we need to set enable Hive. I'm gonna do that, enable Hive support, right? So this way your program will knows that we wanted to connect to Hive, and we need to support all the libraries that are present in this PySpark.sql import Spark sessions that we have. So enable Hive support dot get or create. So this is the standard mechanism using which a Spark session can be initiated. So all these configurations that we have written is for the purpose of initiating the Spark session. Okay, so this is how a Spark session will be initiated. And now how we can execute the queries is use the Spark session that we have just created, and it has this Spark SQL library. Now you can use this SQL library that it gives you, and then just give the same query that we have given here. Let me copy this, show databases. I'll just give it here, and just to show the results on the terminal, I'll just say dot show. I'll call this dot show method of this Spark session.sql query that we have written, so that it will display the result on the terminal. So now let me run this particular thing, so that we get to know what it outputs basically. So now it will try establishing the Spark session by running whatever configuration specific thing that we have given. It says failed to connect to Metastore. Looks like some problem with this. It has not able to connect to this Metastore probably. So let's see what's missing here. I think there has to be something with some typo with the spelling or something like that. So it says get or create hive metastore.uris, hive metastore.uris app name. Okay, let me just see. I'm just copying, and just let's see if there is any difference here. Spark session.builder.app name config. hive.metastore.uris thrift localhost 19. Oh, okay. So I my bad, actually. This thrift server doesn't run on 1993, but it runs on 1983 port. Sorry, that's my bad. I given the wrong port. Basically, I think it's a typo. It runs. I had earlier given 1993 here, but this thrift server runs on 1983, and that's why, since this port was misconfigured, it has not able to create the Spark session itself in our earlier execution. Now I have corrected this, and now let's try to run this particular program. So now it will try to establish some connection, and let's see how it goes this time. Okay, yeah, now if you see, it has fetched this database information from the Hive, and if you see, it is the exact same output. Here it says that in the show database, as output of this show database, we have two databases, default and test, and here also it shows default and test. So this is how, using this particular program, we have successfully connected to the Hive, and using the Spark session basically, and we can execute now any number of queries that we wanted to execute using this particular approach. Okay, so I hope you understood this particular concept, that how to create a Spark session and how to execute some sample queries. And thank you guys, thanks for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.